Week 4, Chapter 4, HTML List Elements, Introduction. This particular tutorial, we are going to review HTML list elements under 20 minutes. And by the end of this tutorial, I am pretty sure that you will be having a far more understanding in terms of HTML list, elements, list background structure, and different type of lists that we can have. And for that, we are going to make 3 simple real-life projects that can help you develop your understanding better. I highly welcome you to my channel. Let's start. So before moving on any further, let's look at what are lists. Basically, list is a sequence of objects in an ordered, unordered, or nested manner. What do I mean by objects in ordered, unordered, and nested manner? Obviously, these 3 are type of list also in HTML, which we are going to look into. But let's look at it in a bit more detail. Basically, unordered lists are those type of lists in which there is no specific order required for you. Simple shopping list can be an example. Here, if you see, we are having item 2 first, item 1, item 4, and item 3. So, basically, the point that I want to make here is the order is not important. What matters is it should be type of a sequence. Like here is 1, 2, 3, and 4. Everything is on a new line. That's it, right? Next one is ordered list, and here order actually matters. An example can be a simple to-do list, and by order that matters means there should be a sequence in a particular order. For example, first comes the item 1, second comes the item 2, third comes the item 3, and fourth comes the item 4. It can be any item or element, it doesn't matter, but it will be. And again, we use 1, 2, 3, 4, any type of these type of denotations or ABCD, which has some already meaning in our actual word, so we can have a hierarchical structure about it. So these are 2 type of lists. Also, HTML or any type of list can have a third type of list also, which is called as nested list. What does it mean? It means a list of lists. Basically, in a list, you can have different type of lists. It is one of the unique concept of programming also. Let me discuss it. See, here you are having an item 1, and inside that item you are having item 1.1 and item 1.2. So inside the main list, item 1, main title, you are having subtitles, sub lists. So again, let me tell you, these nested lists can be ordered, unordered. It is up to you how you are using, but it actually combines the both of the concept. So that's it for this one. Let's now move on to the most important and the practical part of the session, and let's see how we can implement all these things in HTML. Let's start, guys. So guys, we are back to our code editor, and I am going to open folder which we call HTML tutorial. Again, as you can see, we are having a listen for HTML list. Basically, we will be learning about list today. So we are going to create 3 type of projects to understand different type of lists, which we will use in this entire file. First one will be our marketing list.html. Second, we will go for schedule.html, and about.html will be our last. Also, you can see that we are having a main.css file which I have read from head element or week 2 content. So go and watch that if you want. And if you want to learn about all these boilerplate code, please go and watch week 3 content for that. Before moving on, I also want to say these you can create. I have already created to keep this video short. We can start for now, and I will be discussing everything as we go along. So having on this basic of list, let's now look how we can utilize it in HTML. And the way we are going to do it, we are going to talk about 3 different lists. First one being the unordered list. And I am pretty sure that you know by the name, it means there is no specific order, and the example could be a simple shopping list. In shopping list, you don't actually require that you want to buy something previously or after, so that we can use for our project. That one I am going to state how we can create it. For this unordered list, we can use a tag called UL, again block level tag, and it has something called LI, which is an inline tag. Difference between block level and LI tag I will explain again, but you can watch it in week 3 itself. And let's add a couple of things here in our list. First thing that I'm going to add for anything is called mail. Next, rather than copying the entire thing, I'm just going to use shift alt and down arrow. I'm just going to keep 5 things like milk, butter, carrot, honey, or Indian cottage cheese, whatever you like. Finally, we can add something like clothes. Now we are having a very simple list, right? So let's see how it look like. And I'm just going to open this. I'm just going to now. I'm going to starting it. I'm just going to do this and this, and here you are. We are having a bullet type of list. Basically, HTML by default creates a bullet type of list. You can actually use CSS to change these bulleting properties, how this bullet looks. So we are not going to cover that. That's why I'm not telling you how to do that. We will cover it in future videos. I want to the point that I want to focus is spacing. Block level element basically creates spacing around it, and inline level element doesn't create spacing around it. In simple terms, you can understand it like this. So in H1 is a block level element, that's why it's creating additional space around it. Again, we are using something called p tag. So it is a block level element, that's why we are doing the same thing. Okay, now in this, if you see, UL is also a block level element. You can see specific space is created, and if you see these li tags which are self closing, which are closing and opening, and it is an inline element, it doesn't changes anything that is outside this li. So that is pretty much it. And also one thing that I want you to note is if we don't have any BR tag here, that means break line tag. Again, if you don't know it, please go and watch free. It is pretty much essential if you want to understand some of the concepts in this video. Meanwhile, if you are liking this and you are getting some value, please try to share these videos and share these knowledgeable tutorials to others. Check out my other videos and also subscribe to my channel to get the latest update. Don't forget to press that bell icon, and also I am very much happy if you can share how and what are the things that I can change in my video or tutorial, and it will be heard. I will be implementing it. Basically, I'm learning all of these things, and I will highly say that please comment down below thoughts, and if you like the video, do let by saying yeah I liked it, or do tell me that I don't like it. Please change these things. It will actually help me to make things better and help you understand better. So back to our part. Now once we have done this thing, a simple to-do list is created. What we can do is we can move on to our next one. The next one being schedule.list. So I know that a lot of people make schedule, even I also make schedule. And in schedule, what you want actually is particularly very different thing from the marketing list. You want something to happen in order, and that's where ordered list concept comes in. And we are going to use these order list concepts that we have learned, and we are going to see how we can use this ordered list. And again, for ordered list, there is these OL tags are basically again a block level tag, and it has again this li for our go-to purpose, again for SQ. And for this, what it creates a type of order in which one should go. For example, if I say we want to wake up first, again let me first add many things here so that we are good to go. In wake up, get refreshed, have a breakfast, go for study or go to school anyway, go for study, have a lunch, relax and reassess leisure. Okay, after that relax and leisure. After that again go for play. Most of the people want this, right? I know, when I want it, go play. Okay, after that again have breakfast, you can say. After go for study, then go to have dinner, pre-plan next day, go for sleep. Again, you want these things to be in order, so that's why we are. This is a small VS Code tip, by the way. I want to discuss one of the very common thing that people don't notice. If we are using live server, which we have talked in a week 0 video, where we created these type of setup for VS Code. So what I didn't stated was if you are using live server, you can't open multiple pages at the same time. You have to first close the first server, and then only you can open the second one. And that's what we are going for the next. And you can see here what are here. We have got wake up, get refreshed, have a breakfast, go for study, have a lunch, relax and leisure, play, have a breakfast, go for study, have a dinner, pre-plan your next day and go. Most of the people don't want to pre-plan. So what we can do is we can just remove it. Let me remove it. And you will see that once it's done, you can see here that it automatically changed. 10, it is not 0 and it is not 1, so don't get confused with it. And that's how we create a simple ordered list. And next one is pretty interesting, and I think that when I learned it, I thought that why it is even a list. But let me explain you why it is a list, and we are going to look at that in our next session. So guys, this is the last one. And sometimes what you want is, rather than using a single list, you want something called nested list. And this nested list is basically list. You are having a title, and inside that you are having a different type of arrangement for any of the thing that you want to state. For example, about me, that is about yourself. You about me can have many things. In resume you can see that you are having many things like a title, a description, a simple type of skill set, and your projects, what you have created, and everything like that. And basically what we are going to do is we are going to use this body element index.html that we have created, and in this you can see that we have to use a lot of br tag, and I am going to just remove it from here. And rather than using, I am just going to copy paste some of the things from here and creating a simple type of description list. Again, a description list has a different type of format than this ordered and unordered list. So let's with this we can start, right? So a description is basically you are having two type of terms, that is description term and description. That means description is basically to explain things what the description term is all about. You can say think description term as in heading, and description descripts or description as something called as content. Let me try. So first we add a dt. So here let me say myself. You can see that we are having a myself. Inside this myself, we are having something called dd. Again, it is an inline element, so it will not change something. For example, let's say I my name is HS. You can see that it has already been indented, and you can add as many as you want inside this DDL. Let me add couple of more here, right? Let me just do it real quick. Not for this one. I'm just going to add three lines about myself. My name is HS. I like to teach coding to students. Again, I think that we should use word wrap. That will help us. Yeah. Again, you can see that we are having. Again, you can see we are having an indentation, but we don't have any points or numbering. You can add it individually if you like this. You can add it. It is up to you. For now, I am not adding it. Again, for name is HS. I like to teach coding students. Also enjoy playing chess, carom, and cricket. Who will not like, guys? Again, what you can do is you can inside this dt only you can create a new thing, but for easy way and to understand things, separate things out, I am again going to use dt. And for this dt, what I am going to use is I am going to use something called as projects. Whatever projects that I have created. Again, these are not very crucial things, like it is all about what you want to add. It is projects, whatever projects you have created. First one I created was a simple to-do list or shopping list. Simple to-do list we have created. Next we have created entity is required, so simple schedule list. And finally, we are enjoying to create our about list or description, anything you want. I am just going to keep about me description. So these are two things, right? Again, to keep things simple, I'm just going to add a new line here, and it will not be there. So what we can do is we can add a br tag for yes. Now it's look pretty much good. Keep things in one line. Yeah, it's up to you how you want to keep, but it is like this. Finally, let me add one last. Basically, what are the skill set that I am? Again, I'm going to use dt, and inside dt, I'm going to write skill set. For this skill set, I am going to use whatever skills that I have. And for that, I'm just going to piece font just select. Let me select it, paste it inside this dd tag, which I have made already. Let me just add first one, that is deep learning. Here we can add a BR tag. It want it or not. For me, I want it to look it more like good. So let's continue. Data analysis. If you remember, this is all from index.html, which is the week third, that is previous week's tutorial. Go and watch that if you like. Else, just follow along. I highly want that you should follow along with me. That will help you build a better skill set. So yeah, we are done. And you can see if I open this like this. Here we are having myself and my name is HS and everything like that. We are having a list of lists. These three are main titles, and this is the main heading. This is the main title, and then we are having a list of list. Again, these titles are actually lists. You can see this. It is like a hierarchical structure. And if I just inspect this page, you can see that about me is H1. So again, H1 we know it is a block level element. This DT is a inline element. DD also inline element. Same thing goes for this one. If I had used DD, okay. So this is how you create a simple description list. And I think that is the most important list that one can use in their resume if they want to create something in resume. Why? Because these actually removes the need of BR tag for each line that we have used in this one. So when at the end we will create some type of portfolio or about me or a website about yourself as a project, we will be actually using these type of tags rather than BR. So I'm just building things from the scratch. That's why I'm going a little bit. I'm not jumping to everything, but stay tuned. You will get a lot of things that you can learn from here. Again, please try to practice it and do share if you like the content. So with this, let's meet again sometime in the next week and have fun till then. Be okay and be happy and be negative also. Thanks for watching, guys.